Aha. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to a scene for Darkness Over Dublin, the Changeling venue, where we are in the autumn world. And, well, Pepper is back at her freehold. And her freehold is, well, it's a tiny little thing. There's a clearing well out in the woods, a bit outside of town, where, she has a penchant for exploring now and again and stumbled across it. Just this little clearing surrounded by brambles and all sorts of undergrowth nastiness. But there is a nice clear spot here with an open view of the sky and this little pool at the center that just never seems to get any deeper, never seems to get any shallower, no matter how much or little it rains. And she's popped a decent little tent there. It's showing its wear. It's sun bleached, but it's holding up. It's got the little rain cap over it because, well, it always rains. Always rains. But it doesn't seem to dampen her spirits at all. To prior experience, she rather likes being outside even when there's a perpetual drizzle. So as uh as night wears on, as it starts getting to, late, she's had a chance to be out and about. She's had a chance to be around her friends, have some drinks, whatever. She's finally walked back here and kind of settled in. She's got probably a log she's managed to huff and puff and roll into the area to plop herself down on, and she's just sitting out there wrapped in one of her little throw blankets and just sitting out, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the open air, enjoying the open sky, just chilling, humming, probably playing on her phone.
So eventually, Rides the Lightning, or Tristan MacBan, will wander his way through, moving along the little clearing, hands in his pockets. His hair's, let loose from the kind of long, spiky mohawk he normally keeps it in, so it's shaved at the sides, but lying loose across the sides of his head. As Bambi sees him first, walking through the glade, very softly. And the second he sees her, much like the gif I have, it's that adorable little smile on his face. Ever so slightly there.
And yeah, without warning to prep her, she's probably been sat very, very still, very stock still. She's not wearing full black or full white, anything that would stand out. So she has been sat perfectly, immaculately still, albeit if he has the eyesight for it, he could see the outline of the chimerical ears pricked up in alarm as she just stares in the direction that the crunching was coming from as he slipped his way through those little trick gaps in the brambles, the places where the bushes aren't so prickly. And yeah, once she realizes it's him, she too will relax. Just kind of ease down, start moving, stop holding her breath, and kind of loose a sigh of relief before scooching over, patting the log next to her. Oh,
Who'd you think it was?
I don't know, but I mean, you can never be sure.
He sits down.
When you're not around, anyone could follow me.
True. Very, very true.
And I seem to attract my fair share of creepers.
I can't imagine why.
There's a bit of a scrunch face, but nonetheless, as he settles in on the log next to her, she just plops into a lean against him.
Got you something.
Hmm? What?
Ruffles through his jacket as he taps, and pulls out just small little thistle.
Oh, then yeah, she actually will be super charmed by that. Just the easy smile, the very sweet expression. Then yeah, she'll take it and go back to leaning, completely relaxed, completely comfortable on his side.
Smirks at him again.
You didn't have to do that.
Ah, but sure. It's always nice to see you out cheery every now and again. Winks.
He gets another, just very easygoing, open smile.
Look, I may be a heartless bastard at times, but there's a part of me that gives a shite.
You're good people.
We'll see.
You don't believe it, but you're good people.
Do I not believe it now, do I?
Mm-mm.
What makes you think that?
You just act so hard sometimes.
Have to be.
You don't.
Yeah, I do. You say softly.
There's a faint little nose scrunch, just to, make it clear that she's not being argumentative for the sake of being argumentative, just kind of teasing. I think you'd get on just fine without trying to be so harsh.
Hmm.
It works for me.
Well, everyone's like you there, Bambi. Ruffle her hair.
She accepts the ruffle, and her hair is easily you know, down to her, past her waist, down long enough to brush past her ear. So it flies around a bit. And she'll just idly tuck a couple strands back over her shoulder where they were.
But not everyone's like you.
Nah, guess not. You can feel her reeling back her head, looking, just up. Because the sky's clear for once, and it's nice to see it. And this far out of town, the light pollution isn't as bad. You can see a decent number of stars. Not nearly as much as you could see in the dreaming, but still decent.
I went on a raid.
Oh?
House Baylor.
Oh. With the thing
Karina.
with Karina. Yeah.
Oh, aye.
You okay?
I'm alright.
Are you sure?
Nods. I was fine.
The very brief little brown knit of you wouldn't be shitting me, right?
Just give him a grin. Handled myself fine. Although, shrugs, leans back a bit. Some of the other fuckers I couldn't vouch for, really.
She, as he leans back, will sit herself up a bit just so she doesn't fall over when he goes. What, people on our side, or?
We dropped most of them too. Same thing that happened to me not too long ago happened to them.
Oh, are they okay?
As far as I know, that little fucker Zeke and some weird cat-looking thing. I don't know.
Oh,
Nugs his name is or something.
shrug. I haven't met a cat.
He just shrugs. Took a big hell of a hit off a troll.
Oh,
Mm. But we got them. That was our
yeah.
first That's the first victory we've had since the war began.
Really?
Nods.
That's
Well,
it.
we've taken back Dundalk and all that, but this is the first big victory.
Oh, good. I've done
Yeah.
terrible things.
Turns and looks away.
Just reaches out and rubs his arm for a second. It's just a vague gesture meant to be comforting, but she doesn't try to pull him back around.
They tortured people in there.
Yeah, they were. Did you find them?
Yeah.
Could you save any of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Missing hands and limbs and fingers and toes. Eyes.
You think I could help them?
Cold iron.
And she just kind of chews on her lip for a second. I haven't seen what it does. Does that mean we can't fix it?
Gotta roll willpower. Actually, no, I'll roll minute sub.
Ho ho. Something I can hold
Oh,
against you, say.
oh, Tito, Tito. At 2 successes.
Ooh. Let me remember a thing real fast. I don't think. Not yet, it doesn't apply. I got 2?
Defender wins.
Damn it.
It's probably because he's turned away. I think that you just can't
Probably.
catch the full of his face. The damage done to them is permanent.
Oh. He'll feel like the slight shift. She just gets a little more closed bodied, still holding the thistle, looking down at it instead, just spinning it in her fingers.
Yeah. He killed one of the Duke's daughters.
Finality, right? Isn't that what it does?
Yeah.
If we
A
fix
lot.
that?
In a way. Rolls my nips up again. 3, Jesus. Jesus rides.
He really wants to keep this shit on the down low. Succeeds.
He just, rubs his head looking down, it just, seems to be placid, normal.
It just
Nothing,
doesn't leak into his voice, and she's staring so hard at that flower.
a lot of banality that they have to heal.
Maybe once the plague is done, and we don't have to be afraid of that, maybe some of us could get together, try to help them get better.
Stands up and kind of stretches his arms at, look, he just doesn't seem like he's, oh God, I don't like upset or anything. He just stands up and like picks maybe up an idle log and just, fiddles around with it as she's saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's sticks and twigs and stuff. She probably clears it out pretty reasonably regularly, but they fall every day.
I'm sure that'll be great.
And I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Probably will, yeah. Another minute sub.
Squinting at him.
One.
Ooh.
There's something there. It's the eyes. It's very sad.
And she'll take a second and catch his eye. Kind of take on a sympathetic expression, patting the log again, and just say, in the most mellow, receptive, supportive tone that she can muster. You can tell me anything, right? And she will roll charisma
What?
expression
Oh
at
boy.
-2 diff
Oh
because voice of the
Jesus.
songbird
Oh right, okay.
for 5 successes.
Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna make a willpower roll for rides because it's a big flaw, but I'm
And I
gonna put
will
this
I'll
at
add
the
because it's a
high.
lot of successes and it makes more sense. I won't tell anyone.
That's gonna put the DC now diff 9 to resist, not telling Bambi. Jesus. You can see he looks down. I know he won't. There's nothing to tell. Roll me a perception empathy.
I was gonna say, she already knows that's a lie. She caught him.
Roll me perception empathy, though. Big important thing.
Nope. In fact, that's a botch.
It's almost like he doesn't trust you enough to tell him. He doesn't trust you.
She honestly just looks kind of hurt when he says there's nothing to tell, and she knows it's not true.
You frown at her. What?
You think I would do something wrong?
No. Why would you think that?
Or tell someone?
I don't want you getting involved for your
Why?
own safety.
I'm
It's
sorry,
protecting you too.
but it's hurting you.
It does. Every day.
You help me every day. I almost never get to help you.
I don't need anyone's help, Bambi.
Everyone needs help sometimes.
Nah, not me though. I'm not everybody, am I? Says with that again, that smile in the gif. Soft. But I'm gonna give it because you've succeeded in the empathy rolls and you can't. There's a lot of pain in those eyes.
Did he ever sit back down?
Nope. He's leaned against a tree.
And she takes a hot second and she looks at him, and he can tell there's a lot of kind of sympathetic, empathetic, just kind of echo of the hurt. And she, after a couple moments, still spinning the thistle idly in her fingers, finally gets up. Starts walking over.
He won't notice her at first as he's idly playing with one of the sticks and then will look up at her. She's coming, like, trotting over.
Then yeah, she just walks right into him and wraps him in a hug. Admittedly, it's like around his middle, but
She feels his hand in her hair, just kind of running his hands through very gently. What's that for?
as you need it.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Well, I can tell you're sad, and you don't want to tell me, and I can't make you. But I can do this.
Start? Let's just say House Baylor took a lot of things away from me.
I see how angry you get when people talk about him.
There once was a man of many different lights, many different joys. And when you take away the light, it's only a small fragment of left so fragile. Man will do very dark deeds to keep it.
She just stays there. Like arms wrapped around him, cheek against him, just listening.
They refused to kill them at the raid. We're better than House Baylor. They deserve to die for what they've done. All of them.
Sounds like it's better than what they've done to the people they've gotten and hurt.
Doesn't matter. They deserve to die.
That's what I mean. It's
And they
kind
can
of weird.
and they can sit there and preach at me. I can't forgive.
Why?
It's my business.
And that's about where she finally like loosens up the hold.
We'll look down at her then.
And she's just standing there. And I mean, I imagine the height difference isn't nearly so pronounced in the autumn world, but she's still like just looking straight on at his chest, obviously not looking at his chest, kind of distant eyed, still kind of twirling the thistle in her fingers.
What are you thinking?
I'm just wondering. I
Wondering
heard
what?
you. I, I heard you talking about someone, and I didn't want to ask because I didn't want you to be angry.
He takes a breath.
And now there's this, and I don't know if I should keep asking or if you'll be angry.
I won't be angry.
Good. She just kind of slumps forward until, like, she's got her forehead thumped against his chest.
Because you got 5 successes on that roll, I'm gonna roll willpower again, DC 9 for rides. 1. Jesus. You
You
hear
want me to
him.
roll again, or?
You can roll it again if you want. He just seems like if you look up at him, he seems delayed, like he wants to say something, but he just stutters.
In that case, I will roll this, and I guess I will roleplay based on how well it goes. There's another
Gee.
4, even at dip 4, but she just kind of just reaches up and, admittedly still has the thistle in one hand, but kind of just reaches up and puts a hand on either of his cheeks and turns his head down so she can look at him properly. I just wish you trusted me more.
I do. I
You
trust
said
you,
you
plan.
wouldn't be angry, right?
No.
Then who's she?
Grace.
Can you tell me about her?
I'm rolling manip sub. Wow. That was a good fucking
He
roll.
really doesn't want to tell. She's only got one.
She's... Doesn't matter.
There's a little cognitive dissonance because
It's,
she
you can
just does
you
back
can
up.
actually you can actually see him starting to sputter They killed her.
What, in the raid?
Came to one of the houses that she used to stay at and killed her. I was too late. Rose nips up again because he is not wrong. It's just he's evading the truth. And no, that's a fail. It's not that he's lying because there's a truth there. It's he's not telling the whole thing.
And that's when she reaches up and again just reaches up and like puts the hand on his cheek, strokes the thumb up his cheekbone. You talked about her like you were going to see her only a couple days ago.
He closes his eyes. They tortured her with cold iron weapons. Grace, or whatever was left of her, part of her soul, really did die.
Sorry.
She can't speak most days.
But some days?
She just says my name.
What if we could do that for her too?
I don't know.
Isn't it worth trying?
I'm afraid I'll lose her. She's so fragile.
You're so careful of me. I'm sure you'd be just as careful of her. And I'd protect her too. We could go with others.
Clench. What, like he snarls suddenly, like it's vicious. What, like Tintagel,
She
Think that
actually reels back a step.
think the fucking she's gonna take care of her after what the other she did to her?
I didn't mean it.
Do you think that Viking woman's gonna go take care of her, huh? She's a she too.
She just, she's reeled back a step or so. She was very close, probably still leaning on him up until then.
The only way I can get Grace to talk is because she's a puka. I ask a direct question, and she answers me by saying my name. Because whatever they did, you could heal all the banality, you could heal everything from her. But she died. What they did to her.
And she just continues to stand there, that like whole step. It's not even like out of his reach. Just, that whole step back. Hands together in front of her, just kind of looking down.
And do you want to let the likes of them come nearer? My Grace.
Just thought it would take more than us. No?
You can't fix everything through a bit of wishy-washy. This isn't just you sit in a freehold in your banality lives. This isn't just any of that.
No.
Her mind is gone. It was hours before I came back and found her. She used to have hair like yours.
I don't get a glance up.
Deep red hair. She was taller than you. Same big doe eyes. Now her hair's grey. Her eyes are scared. She can't even look at me. Much like you, he was reaching, put his, the back of his hand on her cheek, which is, I imagine, is all warm and all that.
Hmm.
She's cold and frail, whereas you're warm and soft.
I'll like put the hand on the back of her cheek and pull it away, like just damp. She's not like crying. It's just there are sympathetic tears that spill.
So I hate them. I hate them all.
The dreaming is so big. There are so many impossible things there. There has to be something that can help. If anything you can dream of is there,
And what if she doesn't want to dream?
what if we dreamed of things that could help?
I'm not making her relive that again.
No. No, she suddenly shakes her head very abruptly. Probably the most decisive motion she's made the whole time. No, but surely there's something. Something we can find. Something you can quest for. Something that will help.
Right now, I'm nothing, Bambi.
You're not nothing.
In the great world of the changelings, I am.
What, because you're just a squire?
Nods.
Am I nothing?
You know what I mean.
No. Don't.
If I join a house, it means I can have resources. It means I can have things at my disposal. It means I can protect her better. I can protect you and her.
Not every hero's a shining knight.
Do I look like a shining knight?
You sound like it's what you think you need to be.
I need. I see. So I'll just go around believing like everything's fine like you do.
I know everything's not fine.
Or sit out here and pretend.
You don't have to be nasty to me because you're angry.
We'll look down. Told you wouldn't like what I had to say.
Do you think that you're not good enough to help her like you are?
I'm not good enough at all. Because I let it happen. I wasn't there. I didn't protect her.
How could you know?
I should have moved. We should have moved ahead. I, I knew Baylor were raiding and I thought.
And if you'd known they were close enough to hurt her, you would have moved.
It doesn't matter.
It does, because it's hurting you.
Yeah, well, Baylor will feel my pain. I'll find the ones who tortured her. And they won't get chimerical death.
No. She finally just kind of reach out for one of his big heavy hands.
Yeah, he doesn't stop you.
Yeah, she just takes it up. And then kind of brings it up to her cheek again. Your
You
hands
know,
can do just as much, whether they're the hands of a commoner or the hands of a noble.
I'd rather be a noble and have the support to be able to protect her. So I can make sure that grace doesn't happen again and again.
Will you trust them?
I trust myself.
What is the point of being a noble and having access to noble things if you won't trust the people?
I don't trust anyone.
There's that. You know what? I'll make you peony it.
K. How much peony does Rise actually have?
That's a good question, isn't it?
It is a good question. Alright, Rise, how are we doing on peony? Oh, ooh, this could end
Right up there with
tragically.
your lying pool, isn't it?
Yep. Oh no, he has actually a good peony roll. He has 4 dice.
There you go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah? Says I don't trust anyone. He looks hurt.
Takes a breath in. Takes time for me to trust people, Bambi.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. Being a noble could help. Getting title, it would mean that you could do bigger things, but it still means that you'd be talking to lords and counts and barons.
Well, then they're gonna have to put up with me, aren't they?
But will you trust them when they promise something?
Never. Snarl.
Then how will being a noble help if you don't actually trust them to give any of the things they say they will?
Because I'll make them.
She still got a hold of his hand. Is he clenching?
Yep.
Probably very carefully, like, slips her fingers out from his palm as it clenches, but still just kind of holds onto the big hand. That's not how it works. He knows
Doesn't
how
matter.
it works.
Doesn't matter. Make
That,
them listen.
at that point, you might as well stay a commoner. Be true to yourself and do what you need to do. If you don't believe in them, do you think they'll listen to you anymore when you're a knight? It's not a bad thing to do, but you have to believe in it.
Just looks off in the distance.
You have to believe in something.
I believe that if I go out there and fight, I'll make the difference.
It's a sad little smile, but a smile all the same.
It's all I know, Bambi. It's the only thing Grace has left. It's the only thing, and it's the everything I can give to her.
Does she let you check your watch?
Hmm? I
She'll
check them out.
point to the pocket.
Yeah. You flick the pocket watch open and Bambi sees it. Written when sellotape on the side of it is check on Grace.
She bites her lip again, but just reaches and sets the, assuming the hand she's been holding onto is loosened up, just kind of sets it idly on her shoulder. Sets her tiny hand on top of it.
Now, there you know my big secret then.
Does it help? Glances up.
You haven't seen her yet. There's a difference between telling and seeing.
Would you let me?
Eventually.
And whatever you think is right.
It's not that I don't. It's more for her.
I understand.
I don't want to Nardal knowing.
I won't tell him. It's a bully.
I don't want any of them knowing.
It's not my secret to tell. Is she why you wear the ring?
I was going to ask her to marry me.
You can get the chance.
I went and bought the ring the day the Baylor raided.
She finally lunges in to hug him around the middle again. Very abruptly, honestly.
Just feel his hand touch her hair. What's that for?
And it's kind of muffled by his shirt, so she'll be turning her face out. Feel like you need more hugs than I could ever give you.
Boo-hoo, right?
There's nothing wrong with being sad. Especially when sad things happen. It shouldn't control everything, but you can still be sad.
You lift her chin up towards him.
It works. She's not fighting back.
He plants a very delicate kiss on her lips.
There's kind of a startled little lash flutter, really. She doesn't resist at all.
You just look down then afterwards.
Is this okay then?
It is. Grace is. He spread his hands, almost like you know what I mean. I. She's not even aware of where she is. People say, "Oh, right, that's horrible." Grace understood me. I promised to take care of her, and I can kiss who I want and be who I want. But I'll never stop taking care of her. I made a promise.
And the next time, if anything bad happens, I'll try to help you keep your promise. I know you wouldn't break it.
Never. She always used to like hearing about my day. Make sure she does.
Is that why you wanted to know the story? What
No.
happened?
Looks down and nods.
A faint smile, just because, sadness aside, it's very sweet.
Like I
You
said,
know,
what?
short of everything else, at least she has you, and that's good.
She'll always have me.
I wish I knew anything that would help. I wish I remembered as much as other people do, but I
He
don't.
puts a finger on her lip, staring at her. Don't start that.
She doesn't necessarily mean to, but there's still like a doe eye effect because she does, and it's sad, and she can't do anything about it, and she doesn't like not being able to do anything about it.
It's not your fault, Bambi. Stop trying to carry everyone's pain on your own.
And when the finger finally drops, it's just some people need help carrying it.
He sits down the log and then she just plonks her on his lap.
Again, it's no protest. When he moves over to sit, she moves with him and is easily carried down. And again, curls up there because it's, whatever else, it could be taken as. He's still a source of security, and she's perfectly comfortable there.
Look, I know the other night was the other night. And I get if you don't, you know, especially after hearing all this.
Kind of blinks up at him.
You don't want to talk to me anymore.
Why would I want that?
Too much pain.
Wouldn't that be the cruelest thing I could do? Is to see you were hurting and just throw you away. Why would I ever do that? She finally kind of screws up her face a little. The very, like, the little stubborn look, and even kind of bumps his shoulder. It's half-hearted even for her. It's like, ooh, butterflies. Like, it's practically nothing, but gives him a little thump on the shoulder. Why would you think I would do that?
World's not a nice place, Bambi. And everyone's like you.
My world's pretty nice most of the time. It
Well,
has to be.
a nod, stroking her hair.
There's nasty things out there.
I know there is. I'm one of them.
You're not. You don't scare me.
I'm the meanest one, anyway. Wink.
You're not mean.
Yeah, but all the nasty things are afraid of me, so I'm technically the meanest.
She just grins. Maybe I'm just not as easy pickings when I'm close to you.
Damn right. Maybe it's because I've claimed you.
The eyebrows kind of pop up. The head swivels up. That's so.
Yeah.
And since it's you, all the other Bogles have to just go.
Eyebrow narrow, like eyebrows raised.
She just grins like, is that the train of logic here? All the other boogies have to go because you're here?
Pretty much. They fear the mighty rise of lightning walking in.
I hope so.
They do. Well, Baylor did anyway. So a little smile.
There's so many ugly things.
Don't think about it. It's not your job. It's mine.
You're not the only one who sees ugly things.
Yeah, but wraps are like essentially so she's like practically like face to face with him. That's my job.
Mm. It was before I knew you, though.
Well, you have me now, so
It was just a sweet, fond little smile.
if you want to talk with me too, I don't mind waiting till you're ready.
The eyebrow quirks.
You said you saw an ugly thing.
Oh,
If you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
not right now. I'll
Just
tell
nod.
you.
I can wait.
And she kind of, as much as she's already squished in, still kind of purposefully nests a little closer, cheek in and all. Why does the world have to try so hard to be so ugly?
That's the way of things.
It's terrible and I hate it.
Yeah, but cups are cheek up. For every little bit of pain and suffering, there is something beautiful right there in front of it all. Has to be. It's the way things are. You can't just you blow both ways.
That's so.
Well, for example, you holding that flower is beautiful.
Then yeah, even if she's got one arm around him, she's probably got the other one crooked in because she's holding the flower and she doesn't want to drop it. There's a
This
that
glade,
cheaply earned smile.
this glade is beautiful. There is a balance to beauty and terror. If you upset the balance, well, then the other side wins, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's not. I think it's a much more better way. You grin at her.
Again, it's kind of the teased out smile.
But if you're weirded out by me being overprotective, I understand. I'll stop.
What? No, no, no. Don't stop. Smush. Like,
Okay.
I just. I don't like being by myself. Weird people, weird things happen, bad things. I only, I mean, there's the people that I dance with, and there's you. And otherwise, I don't, I stay here.
Well, claimed you now.
I'm okay with that.
That means I have to carry you over my shoulder back to my place.
Back to your place. As far as your place, like, there's that moment of like, wait, what? This could be a long walk over a shoulder.
It's a long walk.
Isn't someone gonna look at you funny if you're just walking down the road carrying a girl over your shoulder?
Now just say you're with me and slap your arse.
It's a fake grin. Think that'll work?
Worked before?
I don't know if either of us is drunk enough for that to be very convincing.
Why do you need to be drunk to be convincing?
I don't know. I just feel like people expect those antics more out of people who are drunk.
Well, that's a fool on them then.
And she kind of shoots a glance over at that poor, very weathered, sun bleached. It was probably like bright green at some point, but now it kind of matches the mossier colors, the kind of washed out green that's more naturally occurring. Well, truth be told, I don't mind sleeping here, but I don't think you'd fit. I don't know if you technically fit. I'm never quite sure. She's like,
You could get an hotel. You get an hotel.
hotel. I don't have any money.
I
You think
do.
I'd stay here?
I have some money.
I mean, there's that, or there's a lot of grass. Soft.
I'd bring you back to my place, but
No, it's okay.
she's there. And it's not that I'm ashamed. It's, you know,
No, it's okay. You can go wherever you want. As long as you're there, I don't mind.
so I've charmed you, have I?
There's a brief little nose scrunch. Very, it's kind of a teasing little, oh, really, kind of expression. Well, we've gone all sorts of weird places together, and nobody bothers me. Nobody tries to, well, anything.
You reach over very playfully and put a hand over her mouth. That's because I claimed you, I told you.
She like goes to like paw down the hand.
Smiles at her.
There are worse things I could be claimed by.
There you go then. I'll have to go. You know,
Yeah,
I don't want you to think.
no.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Well, I must sleep in your tent then.
So, did she kind of chews on her lip delicately for a couple moments, thoughtfully? Uh, how much do you, how much do you remember? That is
Leans in,
the mock innocent, like, oh, look at that tree over there that I really can't see in the dark.
leans in, and basically whispers everything.
Oh, turns faintly pink.
Grins to himself.
And you're not mad?
No,
Even though you weren't all there, you're not mad.
I'm not mad. I promise. In fact, kind of rub his hand along her thigh.
And the lip bite returns with a vengeance.
If I was mad, I wouldn't be doing this. Would I?
I, nope. Nope, that is definitely not something a mad person does.
Look, I understand that you're gonna have people and all that. It's just, you know,
There's people I trust.
just nods.
Besides, she like squirms in a little bit, just a little closer. There's also the fact that, well, squirming on someone's lap is horribly inappropriate. She nonetheless does this and kind of squirms in. Besides, they they lack a certain enthusiasm.
I think that is where it's gonna fade to black because rides is going to be rides. Do you know what I mean? Yep. I mean,
Pledges for it. Ugh.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh God. Well then, very well. That is certainly a safe place to fade to black and just say thank you, player, for playing, and God help you, watchers, for watching. And we'll see you next time in Darkness Over Dublin, the Changeling venue. Blah, blah, blah.